Have you ever been tempted to buy something you don't really need, only to regret it later when you realize it's just gathering dust in your closet? Or maybe you've fallen into the trap of overspending on a night out with friends, only to wake up the next morning with a pounding headache and an empty wallet. We've all been there, and let's face it, money traps are all around us. But fear not, my dear friend, for I have some valuable advice on how to avoid these pesky money traps and keep your hard-earned cash where it belongs, in your pocket. In this video, we'll explore some of the most common money traps that people fall into and provide you with practical tips to help you steer clear of them. So whether you're a big spender or a savvy saver, buckle up and get ready to laugh and learn as we delve into the world of money traps. Number 1. Investing in the short term. The stock market, a roller coaster of ups and downs that can make even the bravest of investors queasy. When the market takes a nosedive, it's easy to panic and sell off your investments faster than you can say buy low, sell high. But as this saying goes, slow and steady wins the race. And when it comes to investing, taking the long view is key. Think about it. Back in 2009, during the Great Recession, the Dow Jones Industrial Average plummeted by more than 50%. That's enough to make even the most level-headed investor break out in a cold sweat. But those who had the courage to stay the course and ride out the storm were rewarded handsomely. From its rock bottom point in 2009, the Dow has skyrocketed more than 25,000 points. That's like finding a pot of gold at the end of a very volatile rainbow. So if you're the type of investor who gets twitchy at the first sign of a market dip, take a deep breath and stay invested. Resist the urge to check your portfolio every 5 minutes like it's a TikTok video. Remember, the stock market is a long game, and day-to-day fluctuations are just a blip on the radar. Number 2. Leasing a car. We've all been there, staring longingly at our friend's sleek new BMW, imagining ourselves cruising down the highway with the wind in our hair and the sound of high-quality speakers blasting in our ears. But let's be real here. Unless you're swimming in a pool of cash like Scrooge McDuck, leasing a car is not the way to go. Sure, leasing might seem like a good option at first. After all, who wouldn't want to drive a new car without having to fork over a big chunk of cash up front? But here's the thing. Leasing is like throwing your money into a black hole. It's the most expensive way to drive a car. And it'll leave you feeling more broke than a college student living off ramen noodles. So unless you want to spend your days crying into your empty wallet, avoid the money trap that is car leasing. Save up your cash and buy your own, new-to-you, car instead. You might not have heated seats or temperature-controlled cup holders, but at least you won't be stuck in a never-ending cycle of monthly lease payments. Number 3. 401k loan. Imagine you're in a financial pinch and you need cash ASAP. You start looking for options, and before you know it, you're eyeing your 401k like a kid in a candy store. After all, it's your money, right? Why not just borrow it from yourself? Well, here's the thing. Borrowing from your 401k is like taking a joyride in a car with no brakes. Sure, it might be fun at first, but sooner or later, you're gonna crash and burn. According to Dave Ramsey, 401k loans are not only a bad idea, but also a straight-up trap that could ruin your financial future. Not only will you be putting your retirement savings at risk, but you'll also end up paying double taxes on the amount you borrow. And let's be real, no one wants to pay taxes twice. So unless you want to end up old and broke, it's best to steer clear of 401k loans and find another way to get yourself out of that financial pinch. Number 4. Adjustable rate mortgages. Hey, remember when adjustable rate mortgages or ARMs were all the rage? Yeah, me neither. But about 15 years ago, they were the cool kids on the block. With an ARM, you get a low interest rate for a short period of time before the rate goes up with the market. But here's the thing, the market can be as unpredictable as your uncle's karaoke skills, and if the rate skyrockets, so do your mortgage payments. That's like putting your financial future in the hands of a game of musical chairs. Except, there might not be a chair for you. Don't take the risk. Instead, opt for a 15-year or 30-year fixed-rate mortgage and keep your house payments the same. Number 5. Timeshares. Listen up, folks. If someone offers you a free vacation, run for the hills. Because let's be real, there's no such thing as a free lunch, or vacation, for that matter. The business meeting they invite you to, it's just a fancy way of saying money trap. You see, timeshares are like that crazy ex you can't seem to get rid of. They're expensive, impossible to sell, and they'll haunt you forever. And trust me, they're not just for the rich and famous. In fact, they're usually marketed to people who can barely afford their rent, let alone a fancy vacation home. So unless you enjoy flushing your hard-earned money down the drain, steer clear of timeshares. Instead, put that money towards something that'll actually pay off, like a nice relaxing staycation in your own home. Number 6. Student loans. Student loans, the gift that keeps on giving and taking and taking and taking. If you're one of the millions of people saddled with student loan debt, you know exactly what we're talking about. Sure, it may have seemed like a great idea at the time. Get a degree, get a good job, make a ton of money, pay off those loans in no time, right? Wrong. As it turns out, these loans have a way of sticking around like a bad case of the flu. And let's not forget about the interest. The interest. It's like a never-ending game of whack-a-mole. You pay some off, and then more pop up. It's as if the cosmos is making fun of you. But wait, there's more. Did you know that student loan debt can actually impact your credit score? Yeah, you heard that right. So not only are you stuck with these loans for what feels like an eternity, but they can also affect your ability to buy a house, get a car loan, or even get a job. Which was the whole point. So what's the solution? Well, according to personal finance guru Dave Ramsey, the solution is simple. Don't take out student loans in the first place. Yeah, we know, easier said than done. But hey, if you can avoid them, do it. Your future self will thank you. Number 7. Playing lottery. The lottery, the perfect way to throw away your hard-earned cash for a chance at becoming an overnight millionaire. Who needs financial planning and hard work when you can put all your eggs in the lottery basket? Sure, a measly $10 ticket might not seem like much, but let's be real. The odds of you actually winning the jackpot are about as likely as finding a unicorn on a crowded street corner. But fear not, my financially misguided friends. Instead of chasing the pipe dream of the lottery, why not try something radical like, actually following a budget and investing in your future? Crazy, I know. In conclusion, folks, there are plenty of money traps out there waiting to snag you like a spider waiting for its prey. From lottery tickets to high-interest loans, these traps may seem enticing at first glance, but they'll ultimately lead you down a path of financial ruin. So avoid them like the plague, and instead, focus on building wealth the old-fashioned way, through hard work and smart financial decisions. And if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more financial strategies. Cheers to avoiding those traps and living our best financial lives.